Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Dychronic, your host here on this Destiny 2 video, and today we're going to be telling you about the weekly reset for Destiny 2 in October 8th, 2019. So basically, everything that has reset in the week, everything that's changed, everything that's come out this week. There's a couple new stuff this week as they roll out all the new things for Shadowkeep that I did want to mention along the way. But everything, from the Nightfalls, the Crucibles, the weekly resets of all the characters and whatnot. We're going to be taking a look at everything. Oh, well, okay. Alright, take two. Again, this is the weekly reset. Been having some server issues with Bungie. It seems like it's pretty common. They did have to shut down the servers for a while, but again, going to be showing off everything weekly reset. Let's go ahead and get started. First and foremost, on screen now, you can see the new hero difficulty nightmare hunts are available. So if you want to get the next higher difficulty of the nightmare hunts, they are available this week. Obviously, I haven't tried them yet because obviously they just came out. But from what I can tell on the Nightfalls, the hero difficulty adds in a lot more champions, like the barrier champions, the overload champions and stuff. So that's probably what's going to happen, as well as a power requirement increase and reward increase perhaps. And perhaps it'll give you more credit towards the milestone to get that milestone quicker. I don't know. But that's what it seems like. Outside of that, you can see on screen now is the full rollout calendar for the next 2 months of Destiny 2 and Shadowkeep. Everything that you were ever wondering about, when's coming out when, it's all there if you wanted to know. But let's go ahead and get started with the regular weekly reset. Hopefully it doesn't crash. It says attention. Contacting servers. Starting up with the Nightfalls, we have in the Ordeal, it's going to be the Scarlet Keep. It's one of the new strikes that you can actually find on the map in Moon. Hopefully this thing doesn't break, but it will be the Scarlet Keep. You can tell when you actually highlight it here. It will always be the Scarlet Keep for the Ordeal. As far as the other three options here, we have Insight Terminus. It's going to be the big Scion at the end, dropping the long goodbye sniper rifle. Exodus Crash, dropping that exotic Sparrow. I forget the name of it, but it's the invisible guy at the end that we all hate. And then lastly, the Hollowed Lair, the Forsaken Strike with tons and tons of enemies. A Fanatic at the very end, and he drops the Mindbender's Ambition. Very powerful, aggressive frame. Shotgun, however, Imperial Decree is a lot easier to get more rolls of and better rolls, so go for that one. Highest scoring Nightfall is going to be the Hollowed Lair, and ironically, the fastest one seems like Insight Terminus. You might be able to do something with Exodus Crash faster, but I don't want to play Exodus Crash, to be honest. As far as the heroic modifier for this week, it will be Void Singe, and the daily is Iron and Heavyweight. Oh, I got little chills looking at this icon over here. Anyways, moving on to Crucible, a few things that obviously have changed. There's obviously the same set of things that we have seen here in the regular core playlist and the whatever, but there are two things that do rotate every single week. First of all, we have the Crucible Labs. This week is going to be Team Scorch. Everybody has a Scorch cannon, and it's a 6v6 team deathmatch with a Scorch cannon. Here's a helpful pro tip. You can actually hold down the fire button until you want it to explode, and then that can airburst around the enemy. That will make killing enemies a lot easier, especially considering everybody is going to be in the air. So this is something I highly recommend you try out. It was a lot of fun last. And the other rotating game type is going to be Countdown. This is actually a mode that used to be part of the Glory playlist, but it's now one of the rotators. So Countdown is a 4v4 team, basically like search and destroy. You can die, you can be revived by your teammates, you detonate a bomb, or you defend a bomb, and you just have multiple rounds of that. Moving on to Reckoning, we have Solar for the weekly, and the daily right now is Brawler. The daily is not really looking that good. And something else I did want to mention as well is that Gambit is still a tier 2 powerful drop. I thought perhaps this would rotate, but yeah, Gambit is still a tier 2 powerful drop. And if you were wondering, by the way, how you got those things to appear, because at the very first I was not able to actually see the strikes and all the extra little bits on the director. This is because I hadn't at the time finished the campaign. So finish the Shadowkeep campaign, get to like 900 power, and all this stuff should appear on your radar. Moving on to the flashpoint, this week it will be taking place on the Tangled Shore. So if you want to complete it for powerful gear, completing public events, lost sectors, and heroic adventures, or if you want to get that special lore that you can only get during the flashpoint of the Tangled Shore, it is available this week. Moving on to the Moon, just wanted to go over a couple of different things that have changed and updated. First and foremost, the nightmare hunts have actually changed. There used to be 3 over here with 3 different enemies. This week it will be Fogoth, Tanax, and Dominus Gaul. You complete 3 of them. On any difficulty, you get progress to get a tier 1 bounty. Just wanted to show you very quickly the new difficulties, because this is something that is new as part of this week. First of all, Adept, just regular, pretty much the 860 version. The 920 version is going to be the hero version with things like the champions that are unstoppable, the champions that have barrier, and the Torment of Tanax, which is specific to this boss. where he does something special for that particular guy. So you're going to need some unstoppable rounds, you're going to need some barrier rounds to combat these guys, and the higher difficulties are going to have even more stuff on top of that. Outside of that, the daily heroic mission for the moon is going to be Into the Deep. As for escalation protocol, this week it will be all 3. Last week was all 3, and next week will be the legendary shotgun. If you don't have that shotgun, highly recommend you go get it. If you're a new player, it's not a hard activity anymore because it's still a recommended 750 activity, but it is hella worth it to go get the Aikello shotgun. It is still a fantastic weapon. Moving on to the menagerie, just to mention a few things that they've got. First and foremost, the boss is going to be Hasapiko, beloved by Callus, the big minotaur with the shield walls that appear everywhere. As far as the normal mode, we have Void Stinge for the weekly, and the dailies are going to be Iron and Heavyweight. Pretty good daily to actually do it on. And of course, the hard mode version is going to have Extinguish, Iron, Blackout, and Void Stinge. And of course, just a helpful reminder that you have a lot of vendors in the tower that have their vendor director challenges, so make sure you go over to them or at least complete their objectives and do everything for them. These two don't actually give you powerful gear, but there's a lot of them in the tower, at least 6 in the tower with special stuff. So just a helpful reminder, I'm not going to go to each one of them to tell you their individual inventory. Moving on to Eververse's inventory, a lot of cool things going on. First and foremost, I just want to mention the Divinity is a weapon that came out recently that's got a great new ornament to it, but for some reason I can't click it here. I don't know why. I guess, oh, okay, it's right here. Apparently, this new ornament, just wanted to show off very quickly because this is what's going to be in my thumbnail, and it looks really good. And I believe this is out right now. I haven't gotten it yet, but you should be able to get that. As far as the Bright Dust purchases, we have things like the Chalice projection. We have this ship here called the Woomera, one of my favorites. Really looks like one of those old stealth bombers. I like using it a lot. We got Royal Welcome and Atmospheric Glow. Moving on over to the Bright Dust section, we have things like Cup of Tea, which is exactly what you think it is. We have Tall Tale, we have the PS1 shell for Omni Telemetry, not really anything special. We have the ornament for the Stern, ornament for the Night Watch, a Boots Hunter ornament, and then finally we have the Aeronautics of China projection. We have a couple of different transmit effect and shaders across the bottom here. This is a new one I have not seen yet. Yeah, that's something that I'm buying right here, right now. We also finally have an oiled gunmetal, which looks a whole lot like this, which actually I'm a big fan of considering how black it is. It's been a while since we've had a new black one. I want to play it. Mom, I want to play it. And bye. You did not know everything. Oh, there's actually a sale going on. Apparently there's a sale on the I don't know how you pronounce this word. The Q Hunter Bundle, which is actually a set where I really like the helmet. Everything else I wasn't a big fan of, but it is there if you want to buy it. Apparently they're going to be having some rotating sales here, so I might check this out more often. But outside of that, everything else is pretty much standard. You've probably already seen this before. I'm not going to go through them every single time, but there's a lot of really cool stuff you can buy for real money. None of them actually being Bright Dust, but they are all real money stuff. You want to buy them. But my understanding is that you will be able to buy each one of them over time throughout the season, but we'll have to wait and see how that works. Anyways, moving on to Hawthorne's inventory, seems really bare now that it only has like 2 lines to actually choose from, but gonna go ahead and get started with the weekly raid challenges. First off, for the Last Wish raid, we have the Witch, which is going to be the Shurochi challenge, basically the second encounter of the Last Wish raid. You can't get hit by her regular ball attack. You can get pushed, you can get launched, but don't get hit by a regular ball attack, and there is a lot of AoE, so pay attention. Really annoying challenge. After that, we have the Scourge of the Past one. This is going to be Hold the Line, the very first part of the Scourge of the Past raid. Basically, you have to do things faster. Don't let the battery level get too low, which is around halfway. As long as you're doing things fast, you shouldn't have a problem. And then lastly, we have Limited Blessing, the first section of the Crown of Sorrows raid. In this one, only 4 people can actually have the blessings, or at least 2 people at the same time. So just have 2 pairs of people that swap between each other every time you need the blessing. And that is going to be pretty much it for the weekly reset. I've decided I'm not really going to go into Werner and Benedict anymore. Let me know. Whoa, hello. Excuse me. What is this? This is new. What's going on here? They're extending the tower? I don't know what. This is something they've never done before. During a actual DLC expanding areas? Let me know what you think this is gonna end up being. You think we could just ask this lady what... But yeah, let me know what you think this is. This is fun. Because I know that they did say that they're gonna be revealing or releasing even more stuff during this season. They're gonna be doing more of a rollout schedule this time rather than giving you most of the stuff immediately. And that's why the campaign felt a little bit short. But this is something else. This is something we've never seen before. This is interesting. We'll have to wait and see next week what they change next, what this turns into. That's it. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions, and I will see you guys on the next one.